Hello everyone, welcome to episode 43 of the podcast, and I remain your host Tom B. For today's episode, we are reopening discussions on AfCFTA rules of origin. I did some episodes on it. You may want to listen to it in respect of the rules of origin. I did a summary of what the rules of origin are, but for this episode, we are starting with detailed discussion on the rules of origin. Rules of origin are a set of criteria and conditions used to assess whether products or goods traded under the AfCFTA, they are originating goods. That means they originate from any of the member states, and where it is determined that these goods or products originate from member states or state parties of the AfCFTA, the goods or products then qualify for preferential treatment. Does this mean that every product traded within state parties are determined as originating from that state parties? No, there are actually two conditions that will be used to confirm if the goods or products originate from a state parties, and we're going to be looking at the two of it. So the first one is the product must have been only obtained in that state party, and the second one is the products must have undergone substantial transformation in that state party. So there are two set of conditions used to assess whether a goods or a product is originating from a state party of the AfCFTA. So we are going to start with the only obtained criteria for today's episode. Then we move on to, if we're able to look at some of it, then we move on to the next one in the next week's episode. So a product is said to be only obtained in a state party when it was produced in that state party. There was no material from outside AfCFTA member country that was used in the production. So that is for only obtained, and we're going to look at examples of some of them today. Natural resources of state parties are only obtained. We have some other examples like mineral products and other non-living natural resources extracted from the ground, seabed, below seabed, and in the territory of a state party. Then we also have plants, including aquatic plants and plant products, vegetables and fruits grown or harvested in a state party. Let's say vegetables and fruits grown in Kenya. We have live animals born and raised in Nigeria. Another example, products obtained from live animals. That is, for example, the animal fats or oils or hides obtained from cattle that was born in and raised in Ghana, or products from slaughtered animals born and raised in Egypt. Those are examples of only obtained products. So we also have some other examples, scrap and waste resulting from manufacturing operations. We have some other products of sea fishing and other products taken from the sea outside the territory of the state party by the vessels. We are going to look into this fully in another episode. Or we have products extracted from marine oil or subsoil outside their territorial waters, provided that state has sole rights to work that soil or subsoil. Let's look at some examples again. So gold mined in South Africa is only obtained because it was extracted in the soils of South Africa. Maize harvested in Kenya is only obtained even if the maize seed planted was originally imported from another country outside the AfCFTA, let's say Brazil. We have hides obtained from cattle that are born and raised and slaughtered in Nigeria. That's only obtained. Copper recovered in Guinea from scrap electrical wire is only obtained regardless of where the wire was originally produced. If the copper is used to make copper plates, the plates are also only obtained in Guinea. So handbags made of Ethiopian leather are only obtained. So those are some of the examples that I've also gotten from the AfCFTA Rules of Origin Manual, so that we have used here today. So we have come to the end of today's episode, and as usual, the podcast is for educational purposes only. If you'd like to talk more about exporting under the AfCFTA, or you just reach out to me on LinkedIn. My name is Omobola Adekola. Until next week, Thursday, I say bye-bye.